This is a very, very large picture because we're looking at a global transformation happening right now. And the answer to that question goes beyond our taraka, but it goes into what's needed in the world today. And if you look around with everything happening, and the fears, and we just came through a pandemic, and uh, the internet and everything else going on, we've really become a global society, where there are all sorts of hidden conflicts happening, and different directions that people are moving. Where are we moving in the West? Where is China moving? Where is the Middle East moving? There are different movements happening on the planet that are affecting the basic guidance and choices of the world. For me personally, having studied many religions, and practicing other religions before coming into Sufism, I realized that the highest guidance that I've come in contact with, that I've received, is my ability to connect to the divine. And that when I connect to divinity and the guidance that comes through El Hadi, which is the guidance of divinity, that has been the clearest and the most profound guidance for me, has led to healing of all sorts of illnesses. And I would say every choice I make that's divinely inspired really is positive. And every choice that I make that's disconnected, there is sort of a kickback from it, or karma, whatever you want to call it, that it hits back at you. So what I've learned over the past almost 25 years now is that the divine guidance is the guidance. And for me, it's the only guidance now. I would like to see that all people have access to divine guidance through their own heart. I'd like to see all people be able to reach that guidance through, learning to listen to it, to hear it, to know it exists, to learn how to follow it, to understand it, and to bring it into reality. In my life, it is profound. In my students' life, it is profound. And I know that that divine guidance would lead our world in a right way. When we follow the self, the self is valuable, but the self does not have the ability to understand the nature of divine revelation, divine inspiration. And because of that, ultimately, we want to follow what the self wants and understand what its needs are, but we want to have it absorb the divine within it. My role as a Murshid is here to help people who want to learn that. It's to guide people to that guidance. It's to help people to understand that God does have divine will, that the divine has divine purification, and there is a divine reality that people can learn to exist within. And that's, as a Murshid, that's what I'm trying to personally bring forth, is people learning that from all faiths, all religions, all ways. And then if people wish to become Sufis, welcome, because that's the way you really, Sufi means to purify. So you have to purify your heart. You have to purify your soul. Do you need to be a Sufi to walk this way? No, you don't. But if you do, choose to follow it, then you can go more deeply into it. This is a choice, and it's based on, only thing is, what is your relationship to divinity? And can you know what divinity really is? And are you willing to connect to that and follow that? And that's my goal as a Murshid, is to help people to know that, and to guide those people who do take the promise or the bayat into this Sufi group, to become closer to God, understand the teachings, the prophetic teachings, the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, teaching of all the prophets, the teachings of the real sort of outer and inner faces of God itself, as it's expressed on this planet. So I thank you very much, and I hope that I can serve you in any way possible, and particularly in healing, walking, and knowing the real Sufism, which is the teachings of the outer prophetic teachings, and the teachings of the inner reality, which is the awakening to the truth of the Hakika. Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you.